Welcome to another episode of Faith Explorations, the podcast where we delve deep into the teachings and principles of Christianity and embark on a transformative journey through the realms of faith and spirituality. I'm your host, Kenneth Garcia. In episode 77, we tackle a profound and perplexing question. Did God create evil? Join us as we explore the origins of evil and its place in the grand plan of the divine. But our exploration doesn't end here. For more insights that can enrich your journey of faith, be sure to visit us at BibleKeeper.com. So without further ado, let's dive in. In a world where we believe God is loving, righteous, and all-knowing, the existence of evil raises profound questions. Why does evil exist if God is in control of everything? Did God create evil? And if so, why doesn't He prevent it? According to the Bible, God declared His creation very good after its completion. Genesis chapter 1 verse 31. However, He granted humans free will, the ability to choose. Evil emerged as a consequence of sin, and God never intended for sin to be part of His creation. So, did God create evil, or is it a result of human choices? The Bible explicitly states that God did not create evil. James chapter 1 verse 13 affirms, God cannot be tempted by evil, and He Himself does not tempt anyone. 1 John chapter 1 verse 5 emphasizes that God is light, and in Him there is no darkness at all. Some might point to a passage in Isaiah chapter 45 verse 7 as evidence that God created evil. However, a closer examination reveals a different meaning. The New American Standard Bible clarifies it as, I form the light and create darkness. I bring prosperity and create disaster. I, the Lord, do all these things. This verse shows that God brings disaster as a punishment for the wicked but is not the author of evil. Now, let's discuss what evil is and what it is not, according to the Bible. Evil is deeply ingrained in human nature since the fall of Adam and Eve. It manifests in various forms such as adultery, bitterness, blasphemy, coveting, immorality, murder, oppression, racism, and more. However, evil is not a trivial matter. Romans chapter 6 verse 23 reminds us that the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life in Jesus. Evil is not irreversible. Through Jesus, we can be purified and dedicated to doing good. Evil is not tempting beyond our ability to endure. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13 assures us that God is faithful and provides a way to endure temptations. Evil is not unavoidable, and God promises to keep us from falling, presenting us faultless in His presence. Now, what does the Bible say about the origin of evil? In the Old Testament, the word evil is used in two different ways. Ra means calamity, disaster, or misfortune, while Rasha refers to moral wickedness or a wicked person. When God says, I make peace and create evil, Isaiah chapter 45 verse 7, the Hebrew word used is Ra, which means calamity. It indicates that God allows hardships for a higher purpose within His sovereign plan. However, the Bible never attributes the creation of Rasha or moral wickedness to God. Instead, it emphasizes that God alone is good, and all His works are truth and justice. So while God allows calamity for specific purposes, He is not the author of moral wickedness or evil. But if God did not create all evil, is He responsible for any of the evil in the world? God created evil in the sense that calamity exists so that we can recognize and appreciate good. Without experiencing darkness, we cannot truly appreciate light. And without evil, we would not fully comprehend God's goodness, mercy, and compassion. However, God's purpose in allowing evil is to ultimately redeem it. As seen in John chapter 9 verse 3, God's redemptive works are revealed even in the face of evil. Nevertheless, when it comes to moral evils caused by human choices, God is not to blame. He granted us free will, and our direct choices are responsible for much of the evil in the world. We must differentiate between moral and natural evil. Natural evils like disasters are caused by the workings of nature, but humanity's collective actions indirectly contribute to them. In conclusion, the Bible acknowledges the existence of evil but clarifies that God did not create moral wickedness. Evil came into existence as a consequence of human choices, and God allows it for higher purposes within His plan. Remember, we have the freedom to choose between good and evil. And when we choose evil, we suffer its consequences. God's role in the face of evil is never that of its author. Instead, he overrules evil for his wise and holy end. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Faith Explorations. We hope this exploration of the origin of evil has provided clarity and understanding. Remember, faith is a journey, and questions like these are an essential part of it. If you enjoyed today's discussion and want to explore more topics related to spirituality, be sure to subscribe to our podcast. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, and visit us at BibleKeeper.com for more resources that will enrich your faith journey. Join us next time as we continue to explore matters of faith and spirituality. Until then, may God bless you abundantly.